Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America and a bunch of BS. That's what it's being called, and I'll tell you why right after the jump. But before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica and hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. Scott Jennings is such a bright spot on CNN, and he was talking about Joe Biden meeting with President Trump and shaking his hand and smiling, taking a picture, talking about how cordial it's going to be, how nice everything's going to be. Smooth transition to the man you literally compared to the evil German dictator of the 40s and the 30s, and now he's okay? What about you, Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough? You compared him to the same man. You called all of us that support him the N-word, and not that N-word, the one that ends with Z's. And they were also Germans. I can't say the word here. You know what I'm talking about. You called us that. You called us garbage. You called us garbage, Mr. President, and now suddenly everybody wants a meeting with this man who you said was evil? Who was evil incarnate? You want to meet with him now? You want to normalize him? We normalized him because we voted for him. We don't need you to normalize any damn thing. Nobody's sitting here waiting to get your approval. I see that all day long on X. Oh, we can't normalize him. We can't normalize him. You don't have to. We did. When the majority of this country, the popular vote, voted for this man, when he crushed Kamala Harris in the Electoral College, we normalized him. Ain't nobody here waiting for you to say that what we did was okay. You disgust me, and you disgust everybody who watches you, you hypocrites, and you scum. Well, Scott Jennings, he might have been more angry than me. I want you to listen to this, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Well, the first one didn't. The first one wasn't.
The first one wasn't the real president.
No one who would kneel so quickly could possibly lead so many.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you. But the real president did because he said, "I will do it to save humanity." These guys aren't doing it to save humanity. They preemptively went to Krypton and knelt before Zod. Why are you doing this?
You know
why? I know why.
That's not going to get your ratings.
It's not about rating. It's not about rating.
I'm amazed. I did not expect Hitler to get so many meeting requests. First from Joe Biden, now from Mika and Joe. It's amazing that literal Hitler is getting all these meeting requests. And what it tells me, Professor, is that all the rhetoric that came from the left, from the Democrats, from the White House, from Kamala Harris and everyone else before the election, all of the rhetoric, the fascism, the Hitler, the Nazi rally at him, it was all a bunch of BS. They didn't mean any of it. And if I were in the Democrat sort of rabble's shoes, I would be looking at all my leaders and going, "Did you just BS me for an entire 6 weeks before the election?"
I just reread Hannah Arendt's The Origins of Totalitarianism, and I cannot tell you how relevant it is to today. What has gone on in totalitarian regimes before is what is happening in this country right now. It is fascism. His generals called him fascist. Joe Scarborough called him fascist. And now the fascist is in charge. And it is journalism's job to cover it that way, not to back off and say, okay, well, that's it, we lost. Let the fascism happen. No.
It says a lot more, actually, Scott, about them than it does about their beliefs, because they believe it. They just don't care because they believe in their own careers more. And that's the part that's disgusting to me.
I was joking during the break that I'm going to recuse myself from this discussion because I may have mentioned I do host a morning show, a cable morning show that competes with Joe Scarborough. So I don't want to seem like this is sour grapes, but I am going to quote from Broadcast News and say, let's never forget this is about us, not them. There was an element of that from them going down there. And then to treat it, I called it the Yalta Conference, to treat it like it was the Yalta Summit somehow, more like Reykjavik, like there's somehow these exalted, high elected officials. It's just, again, I'm recusing myself, so I'm not commenting on it. I'm just noting it, Professor. It's noted.
Yeah, and they acted as if they were doing us a big favor, and nothing of value came out of it.